In the vast expanse of Titan's desolate terrain, Atlas wandered through the ruins of his long-forgotten civilization. He had no memory of his past, his origins, or his purpose. All he knew was his name and his fascination with Saturn, the planet that loomed in the sky above him, radiating its glorious rings. One day, as he was scavenging for any sign of his people's existence, he stumbled upon a strange device emitting melodic sounds. The device was like nothing he had ever seen before. Intrigued, he approached it cautiously and watched in awe as the device transformed the sounds into something extraordinary. It was music. The music entranced him, and for the first time in his life, Atlas felt a profound sense of joy. The melodies stirred something deep within him, something he didn't understand but wanted to explore. He listened to the music for hours on end, absorbing every note and sound. As he listened, he heard something that caught his attention. The music spoke of a place called Earth, a planet teeming with life, where people made music all the time. Atlas had never heard of such a place, but he knew he had to go there. But how could he? He was alone on Titan, with no means of traveling to another world. He cried out for help, his voice echoing through the empty ruins, but no one answered. Days passed, and Atlas began to lose hope. He wandered aimlessly, listening to the music and dreaming of Earth. He longed to create music himself, to express the feelings that the melodies evoked within him. Days turned into weeks, and Atlas grew more and more determined to leave Titan and explore the universe. He knew he had to find a way to build his own spacecraft, but he had no idea where to start. And then, as he was scavenging for parts in the ruins, he stumbled upon an old manual on spacecraft construction. It was written in his people's language, and he struggled to make sense of the technical diagrams and instructions. But he persevered, spending every waking moment poring over the manual and trying to understand its contents. Slowly but surely, Atlas began to assemble a spacecraft from the parts he scavenged from the ruins. It was a painstaking process, filled with setbacks and frustrations, but he refused to give up. And finally, after months of hard work and determination, Atlas completed his spacecraft. It was small and rudimentary, but it was his. He climbed aboard, feeling a mix of excitement and fear, and prepared for launch. As he blasted off from Titan and into the void, Atlas felt a sense of exhilaration and awe. He marveled at the beauty of the cosmos, seeing stars and planets and galaxies he had never imagined. And then, after what felt like an eternity, he saw it. A tiny blue and green planet hanging in the distance. Earth. He landed his spacecraft on Earth and stepped out onto its lush surface, feeling a sense of wonder and amazement. He knew he had finally found his place, his purpose, and his people. And as he looked up at the sky, he knew that he would never forget the mesmerizing beauty of Saturn, the planet that had guided him on his incredible journey. As Atlas explored Earth, he encountered many different types of people, each with their own unique way of life. He found that despite the differences in appearance and culture, many of them shared similar struggles to his own. They all wanted to belong, to feel understood, and to find meaning in their lives. Atlas began to see himself not just as an outsider, but as a part of a larger community of beings who were searching for their place in the world. He realized that his music could be a way to connect with others, to bridge the gaps between different cultures and bring people together. But as he continued to share his music, Atlas also faced criticism and skepticism. Some people dismissed him as an oddity, a curiosity from another world. Others accused him of stealing their music, claiming that he had no right to create something so different and unique. Atlas struggled to reconcile these conflicting reactions. He knew that his music was a reflection of his own experiences and emotions, but he also wanted to be accepted and understood by others. He found himself questioning whether he should try to fit in or embrace his differences. It was during a performance at a local club that Atlas met someone who would change his perspective. A young woman approached him after his set, telling him that his music had touched her in a way that nothing else ever had. She thanked him for being brave enough to be himself, and for showing her that it was okay to be different. Her words touched Atlas deeply. He realized that his music was not just a way to connect with others, but also a way to inspire them to embrace their own uniqueness. He understood that he didn't need to fit into anyone else's expectations or definitions of what it meant to be human or an artist. From that day on, Atlas continued to create music that was true to himself. He became a voice for those who felt misunderstood and alone, using his art to spark conversations and bring people together. He knew that he still had much to learn about himself and the world, but he was no longer afraid to explore the unknown. As he gazed up at the stars, Atlas felt a sense of peace and wonder. He knew that he would always carry the beauty of Saturn with him, but he also knew that he had found a new home on Earth among the diverse and complex beings who called it home.